Hi, so the other day I made a video about how to twist and pop off your spent roses if you don't have your pruners on you. And what that did was leave some stems. And this right here is one of those stems. It has browned at the end. If you look closely, you can see the stem has hardened off like I said it would. After a few days, it'll dry over like this. Although it was helpful to remove the roses so that they would bud more, it does kind of look weird with all these little sticks sticking out above the rose bush. And now that I do have some pruners, I'm going to go ahead and cut off those stems off my grandma's roses. These are the pruners that she has, so this is what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to cut above any set of leaves. I'm going to cut the stem right where it meets the leaves. Here's another one. That just leaves a little stump like that, and you can't see it if you pull away. It doesn't stick out awkwardly like these do anymore. It depends on the rose, but on this particular rose you can tell it has some thorns, so be careful. And if I had my pruners before, I would just follow the spent rose's stem to a set of leaves and cut. You could cut here, or if you wanted to cut lower, this would be fine too. Here you can see that if you leave the stem long, it turns brown anyway, so you might as well just cut it low. And the reason you want to do this in the first place, removing these spent seed pods, is so that you trick your rose into thinking it was unsuccessful in breeding, so it sends out more flowers. Looks like we have a broken little bud right here.
To są listki. I co ty się tu wyjdzie zaraz ten?
Tak. If you look closely where the leaf meets the stem, there's something budding right there. So hopefully it's a little flower bud. So I'm going to cut right above that. Same in this spot right here. This could be a flower budding. This is where we twisted it off, and look at all these new buds. They're coming right from between the leaf and the stem. So here's an example of a rose, and then where a new rose grew from between the leaf and the original rose's stem. And there's the rose. Here's a browning stem, and then what looks like could potentially be a flower right here. And same in here. I'm gonna cut down above the stronger looking one. Another great example. It's budding right there. If you look closely, you can actually see two buds. My grandma wants her shrub to be a little bit bushier than this, so I'm just going to cut lower than where I had originally cut. And above a leaf. And then one more thing to keep in mind is whatever leaf you cut over, that's the direction the new roses will be growing. So if you have a leaf facing outward, the next part of the plant will grow this way outward, and that's usually what you want anyway for more airiness. Like this stem, I want it to grow out that way, so I'm going to cut here. And of course, the lower you cut, the bushier your plant will be.